special dream. Visualize just what we mean. Innovation shaping our fate. Together we celebrate. From data to display, community lights the way. Liquid galaxy, we see it all. Technological marvel standing tall. Liquid galaxy, together we thrive. In the heart of the tech beehive. Where we glide, from the peaks to the seas, explore with ease. Mapping the future's bright, our bond ignites the night. Collaborate, innovate, together we elevate. Liquid galaxy, we see it all. Technological marvel standing tall. Liquid galaxy, together we thrive. The heart of the tech beehive. Liquid galaxy, we see an old technological marvel standing tall. Liquid galaxy, together we thrive. In the heart of the tech beehive. Liquid galaxy, we see it all. Technological marvel standing tall. Liquid galaxy, together we thrive. In the heart of the tech beehive. Tech beehive. In the heart of the tech beehive. In the heart of the tech beehive. Screens, living in the grand spatial dream. Visualize just what we mean. Innovation shaping our fate. Together we celebrate. From data to display, community lights the way. Liquid galaxy, we see it all. Technological marvel standing tall. Liquid galaxy, together we thrive. In the heart of the tech beehive. The streamways are wide, to the world where we glide. From the peaks to the seas, explore with ease. Mapping the future's bright, our bond ignites the night. Collaborate, innovate, together we elevate. Liquid galaxy, we see it all. Technological marvel standing tall. Liquid galaxy, together we thrive. In the heart of the tech beehive. Liquid galaxy, we see an old technological marvel standing tall. Liquid galaxy, together we thrive. In the heart of the tech beehive. Liquid galaxy, we see it all. Technological marvel standing tall. Liquid galaxy, together we thrive. In the heart of the tech beehive. Tech beehive. In the heart of the tech beehive. In the heart of the tech beehive.
Well, let's see if this works. My mic is close. Hello, hello everyone. Vedan, I like your hat. You were a nice flutter. Oh, the Liquid Galaxy share. Hello, Mentor Josh. Are you speaking? It's my voice. I'm just checking we are right. I'm not listening to you. It may be my thing. Let me check. Vedan, could you please open your mic and talk? No, we have a problem, and this is the question. I'm not listening to you guys, and it's very important we listen to you. And let's try to do something here. Try again, please, Vedan or Yash. No. What's going on? Do you know, OBS was just crashing before starting this meet today, and maybe we're gonna have a funny streaming today, funny meet. Why I am not listening to you? Why? Maybe it's one thing. I'm sorry guys, I'm having some kind of trouble today. It was possible due to a crash in OBS, and then let me try to solve this, but this is strange because it's not a matter of OBS for real, because I am It's a problem like for the meat that is not sounding. So just to test again, just you have your mic open, is that right? No, I can listen to you. I can listen to you, and I don't understand why this is happening. Okay, now talk. No. I'm gonna hang and come back. Try not to hang you all. ¿Qué pasa aquí? Hello. Tu voz es Realtek, bueno. Hello. Bueno, que no me diga yo es normal. Pero esto, ¿por qué pasa esto? Pues ahora sí que estará. Yash, talk. Yash, talk. No. Yash, talk, please.
Yeah, is it better now? Can you hear
No,
me?
it's working. Now it's working. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I didn't did too much to repair it, but maybe it was the meat that, I don't know. So guys, 1 second, I'm just going to the right thing here, just checking that we are online, and slideshow. So good afternoon, everyone. Sorry for the delay. And please, to the persons that are on the meet and are not showing their face, show your face or leave the meet. We want to see your lovely faces. There are plenty of people not showing their face. Hello, Sanja. And still 5 other persons are not showing their face. We are here to see each of us. So good afternoon. I think for most of you coming from India, from Egypt, from Sevilla, from Córdoba. Sorry, David, you are from Córdoba. Who else? I still 2 people that has no connection. So someone from Spain, someone from Egypt, a lot of people from India as usual. Okay, so Arindam, are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Good, thank you. Okay, hope the people in the streaming, it's being recorded. They say that they listen to us. Hopefully, it seems that they listen to us. So let's gonna start this thing. Let me share the screen. And let's start with the questions. As you know, the thing goes that we are gonna explain you some slides with questions some of you have sent, and then later you will be able to raise your hand in the streaming, and we will answer your other question. It's okay? That Hagat, it's okay? Yes, I know.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, you're still awake. Okay, guys, let's go for the thing. So GSoC this year is having, I will say, I'm not gonna say a problem, but it's a bit delayed because we are something like a couple of weeks later, all the program. So you've been doing pretty nice the pre-requirements, but we now are running out of time for the proposals. You've been listening to me all day from my other colleagues, mentors in Discord, that you have to be sending the proposals to us now, not the full proposal, but at least your idea. At this moment, I can tell you we have received 20 ideas, but we're lots more people. So you have to send at least your idea. We will answer you if it's okay or it's not okay, giving you tips. But we need your proposals now, because on 24th, that is just around the weekend, open the platform for uploading the final proposals to Google. We still will have days, 2 weeks, that's a lot also, but people that starts early has more opportunities. So let's gonna go deep in this. Also, one question, one problem we're having those days. Some of you have sent emails to us requiring, oh, what happened with my whatever, my task, with my document, whatever. You're not answering me. So we finally detected that there is some kind of, and we still don't know what's the problem, but some mails you are sending to liquidgalaxylab@gmail.com are not well received. And when I say that, I mean because we usually do not go to this Gmail. This email forwards the contents to other emails, and it's been some mail has been some like stuck there. So it's a bit strange. So for having better communication, please, if we didn't answer you in as much as 24 hours, we usually answer you in hours. You know, it depends on the day, the moment of the day you send email to us. But if you don't have any comment from us in 48 hours, ping again us, send another email, ask in Discord. Be polite always, please, be polite. Remember, we are handling hundreds of emails and documents those days. So because we also have our work. Vedan, are you working hard those days in your new company?
Yes,
So you receive lots of mails from your regular work, from your family, from your friends, and also from GSoC. So we all receive hundreds of emails every day. So please be polite when communicating with us, because what we don't like is someone in an angry style, say, you haven't answered my email. Stop. We all have our thing. But please, if you didn't receive in 48 hours, ping us back again in Discord if needed. So, this is also to smile. Vedan, explain what's that.
Sorry, come again.
Explain this slide.
Okay, so I don't know why it's weird, but at least if you are generating content, please replace the placeholders. At least read it. It's very funny in a way. And we ourselves started laughing when we saw this email.
But not only the placeholders, Vedan, because of course this is generated, I don't know with what, but the whole email was in the header, not in the body. This is the header of the email.
Oh God.
So
oh God.
The problem is that I have to check, and I will not check, okay? But maybe a third of you have sent an email similar to this one. But at least you change the contents and put it on the body. So, man, it's not needed to have a PhD to recognize that this is very bad done and it's made with some AI or just copy pasting from other places. So please do the things a little bit better if you want to join us. Okay. So, questions. My initial idea for proposal. Please, I said, Mohammed, that you cannot talk here. Please don't use the web comments in the meet, please, because we are live in the streaming and your comments distorts the image. My initial idea for proposal sending a short email has been accepted and or commented. Does that mean that I am in GSoC? No, in any way. So we are still in lab 2 of 4 at minimum of the GSoC race. We call it GSoC race. Nobody calls this way, but we know GSoC is a race. And we have to run. You just selected a project from our ideas list, or maybe you did your own project idea. That's nice. We take a look at your phrases, your basic thing, and approve it for you to make the full proposal. Maybe we give you some tips that the project is too crowded. You try another one for your better, but if you want, you can go to the same you have selected. And it's up to you to further develop the proposal, following always the guidelines. To get a full, take a look at these words, to get a full review after, in yellow, the document is on the GSoC platform. We will see that, what means that. And later, possible meet interviews. So if we have sent you saying that, okay, you can continue with this and develop the full proposal, this does not mean that you are in GSoC. Just because other students, contributors, have said other words. And remember, reserve your questions for the end, but if you have any question on this, at the end, raise your hand and ask. Because also the final selection of the GSoCers will occur a month later, starting on May, the first days of May, when we have evaluated all your proposals. Maybe you have been interviewed or not, it depends on many things. How many candidates there are, and we compare with your Liquid Galaxy score. So the only way is work, and work is the only way. Question. Sorry for bothering you. Is there any update on my proposal? I haven't received any comments yet. I know this is assigned to which mentor, just in case for general information. This question is not welcome, and I'm not looking at anyone that is on this chat that just sent this question yesterday, I think, for us. It's out of place. Why? Let's gonna repeat again. What are the steps we followed this year for GSoC? Okay. So you send a very short briefing. Okay. And also always have to be sent by Liquid Galaxy Lab email, not to Discord, not to any of us. So if we did an answer, ping back us 24 hours, 48 hours. We answer you to write the full proposal, or go to another one because this one is growth. If this is this way, go again to step 1. 3, you wrote the full proposal following the guidelines on a unique GSoC post, and then send us the Google Docs link where you are writing your proposal, open for comments, and ready to see by anyone with the link. If you don't do that, mentors will start to look at your document, and if your document does not have permission for comments or permission to be seen for anyone, we have trouble. At certain point, we will not even ask you to change the characteristics of your document. We will just leave it to the end. So do it better at the very first time. Do it nice, correct, open for comments, and anyone to be seen from anyone with a link. For March 24, that's next Monday, you will upload the full proposal to Google GSoC platform, following their guidelines. The guidelines what means that the GSoC portal has some instructions to upload the document there. So you have to create your own account, and then you have to upload the document in the way they say to our community that it's there. From there, with the proposal uploaded on the GSoC platform, we will start to review the full proposals. If the GSoC proposal is not on the platform, we will not review it. Because at this moment, we need your documents to start to take a look, but we are not reviewing your documents now, because we need your full proposal developed and pasted, uploaded to the Google Summer of Code platform, because it's Google who will make the final selection, not us. So you have to understand that the document has to be on the GSoC platform and has to be as final as possible, because if you just send your document without us taking a look, making some comments or whatever, you have lots less possibilities to achieve your goal. Okay? So then at certain point, it may be during the portal is open from March 24 to April 8, or maybe 1 month later, we don't know, you can receive a mid proposal with a mentor. This mentor or mentors are not your assigned mentors, because we all the organizations in GSoC, we only assign mentors to accepted projects. It's so dumb to assign a guy at the beginning and then change to another one. So till we don't know who are the people selected, we will not assign a mentor. So you can receive any call from any mentor, and this does not mean this person is going to be your mentor. This is the reason why I say that this question is not welcome, is out of place, because it's not the moment. You will have, no one has a mentor and will not have a mentor till May 8, if he or she is in GSoC. A mentor assigned. A mentor maybe interviews you or whatever, but assigned mentor, no. 7, between April 8 and May 8, we, the project mentors team, we are something like 25 persons this year, and Google will review the uploaded proposals for final selection. And read this, that is in boldface. Please do not use social techniques to get favors. Because if we catch you on this, simply your proposal may be discarded. Just work and continue raising your Liquid Galaxy score with save projects, streamings, Discord, and so on from April 8, when the platform closes, till May 8, when Google makes their announcement. And don't do social techniques, meaning sending direct emails to mentors, sending LinkedIns, doing strange questions. No, we don't allow this. We are very previous and we don't like to do this game. So please, if you have any questions on this, raise your hand at the end. Since we have to insert only one mockup per patch for the LG5 screen mockup, there is a lot of empty space in the page. Blah, 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 blah. So thank you for the appreciation, and that you were right. This was a I will not say I'm misspelling, but an error on our website. We changed it on the document for 2 mockups. I mean, in every page there can be 2 mockups, not 1, because it was true. If you put only 1, half of the page will be empty. So you can insert 2 mockups maximum per page. And please, and I look at all of you, respect aspect ratio. If you are a computer science person and still don't know what aspect ratio means, please go to Wikipedia, to ChatGPT, Gemini, or whatever, and understand what means aspect ratio. We are not happy when you send us logos, mockups, or whatever with the change it, with the aspect ratio change it. And maybe my colleague Josh, and now senior admin of the Liquid Galaxy community, can say something about the aspect ratio usability and thing.
Yeah, I do want to say that I would want everyone to focus on UI this year. We are going very, I would say, keen on these UI techniques and the stuff that you make. So don't use something like the whole screen is of purple color or very popping and you're not taking in care of colors. Or if the aspect ratio for the KMS is bad, you're sending something, but it looks so, I would say, jagged and it is not showing up in the right proper order, or it is like in the code correct, but in the proposal you have just stretched it out a bit more, so it is not looking right. We would be seeing it, I would say, very much to know how much you judge your UI skills as well. So yeah, take care of that.
I wanted you to mention specifically about the aspect ratio, because every year we have the same problem. People do not respect the aspect ratio of the graphics. Could you please talk a bit about aspect ratio?
Yeah, I would definitely want you to take care of it. If you are adding some of the images, let's say in the KML, you will have your overlays and your sizes and X and Y that are defined. Just make sure that they are in the proper number or order. If you are just copying someone's code and you're just changing all the images to yours on your KML overlays or in your KML logos, then you might face a bad aspect ratio automatically. So you will have to change that. And also in your proposals, when you export it from Figma, it may try to stretch up on the dock to take up the whole space in width-wise, so which will make it a bit stretchy when it comes. So you might think that, yeah, this is the default size, but it may not be. And those little hints of things shows us that you do not have an eye for a design. So just make sure that you have that.
And remember, Mr. Worldwide is watching you. So besides, next to Yash, Mr. Worldwide, I want one bigger. That's nicer too. Mr. Worldwide is watching you. Okay, so.
Also, on the aspect ratio side, I would like to add something that during the pre-requirement task, I saw a lot of contributors who were defining absolute values to logos. We don't want that. We want you to preserve the original aspect ratio, original width and height, because if you, let's say, define absolute values, then definitely the screens are going to change. If it's looking really great on your laptop, it won't look great on the actual rig. So that's the reason never define absolute values to images in overlays when you send overlays in KMS. That's something I wanted to add.
Good point. Thank you, Mentor Vedan. So, this was your thing, Vedan? You wrote that? Please, could you please?
Yes. So the project ideas we have on our final project ID on our website, it acts as a foundation for your proposal. So it's not that you simply go ahead and define your project sticking to that small description itself and just expand it. You can add your own elements, use your creativity, research a lot, maybe add some more elements which would make the project more useful and feature rich. And let's say through your deep research, you can also find how a project can be made more practical and more useful for the users.
Good. So one thing this year is happening. Yes, that's yours too.
Yeah, I do want to say that we are changing the way that we input or the way that we go to our connection screen. So you may have seen that you have to take the IP address, then fill it. You have to go to all these stages where a normal user would think that this is more of a developer thing. So the end user is not really happy on these things. You as a developer are okay with you because you see that you just have to make the connection setting just once and it just stores up in the shared preferences or local storage if you call it on the web. But I would want that this year we change the UX, we make it more practical. So we have a very standard JSON that everyone has to follow. They would have to have the same key value. Kind of the value will change depending on the Liquid Galaxy or depending on where it is. So you can see here we have, yeah, we can go to the next screen. So you can see we have a scan QR code to connect. You can just see that example on the LG web, and it goes to a very nice looking QR code scanner where you can scan, and it also has a sample QR code. So you can build your own using QR code monkey or some other website. The idea is that you will have these pasted around on your real LG Liquid Galaxy rigs in the laboratories. So what will this allow is that every app will have the same key value kind of pairs, and it will allow us to have the same QR code stick next to the Liquid Galaxy. All the apps can use the same QR code to connect. So it should not be that your keys are not matching with someone else's. Let's say you have, instead of writing username, you have just written name and it is not matching. So you say that it is working for my QR code, the one that I generated because my keys were working, but it doesn't work universally, right? So we had to define a set of, I would say, the values that how it will go like, and what parameters would be available to us. If you are on the web, there would be an extra parameter of server, which would not be there on the yeah, this slide tells it very well that on the right side, you see the QR code, which is a JSON QR code that is generated from what is shown on the left side. So you have a username, IP, port, password, and screens. This is the same thing that you must have in your input boxes, and you should hide your input boxes by default. So let's just say that the thing or the scanning will happen through a QR code. But let's just say that the camera is not functional or the phone is not working. So there is a specific term called progressive enhancement. What that means is if something doesn't work, then there must be some kind of fallback that allows all the users to be able to successfully do that particular action. So when the QR code doesn't work or the camera fails, you can have something like, oh, or you want to try filling out through the inputs. But by default, we would want everyone to have this QR code functionality to check that you have the in your Android manifest, you have the permissions for camera so that on your build version, it is all working. And just make sure that you use the same values, the keys that we have defined for you. So it is seamless on the Liquid Galaxy. We do not face a problem when trying to scan through a QR code and connect to the Liquid Galaxy with your app. So yeah, that is more or less what I want to talk about. And yeah, at the end, I would welcome any questions.
So thank you. Yes. So the question we show this here again is because some of you in your proposals that you're starting to send in full, still there are the settings screen, and the settings screen is no longer needed. Is that right, Josh?
Yeah, definitely.
But this means the settings screen, we have still another screen that is the, Belan, what is the other screen?
The configuration screen where we connect with the QR code.
And also the tools. So we have some old screens,
LG
tools,
yeah.
LG tools. We need to reboot to whatever thing for the whole rig. But the settings screen is no longer needed. So please do not send us in the proposal the settings screen, because this means that you are not understanding what you have to do later. Okay? Questions at the end. No maps on phone navigation. This is another question. This year we are working for smartphones, vertical, no tablets. So we have less and less real estate. You all know at this moment this. So usually from many years ago, we implemented a synchronized navigation between Google Maps that we show on the phone screen and the Liquid Galaxy Google Earth. This is no longer needed because we have a very short space in the phone screens for the maps. So you will have to be, I would say, a little bit more creative, using other kind of navigation like voice, arrows on the screen. I don't know, but it's not needed. I mean, you don't have to make it, but it's better do it in another way. Do you have an opinion on this, Josh?
Yeah, I do want to say if you can make the map on full screen the entire time for a very particular screen, then it would still be navigable. If you want to change it with some of the ways, like we have the Liquid Galaxy Education app before that used a simple blank screen and you can just navigate by touching on that screen. So it's up to you. It's up to your creativity. We want creative technologists this year. It should also have technical feasibility. So just bear in mind these two things.
Okay. More questions. Are the selection changes, this is very important, selection changes when submitting proposals on earlier days different from submitting on April 8? April 8 is the last day. Remember, March 24 is the first day. So the answer is no. All dates are treated equally. So we have to treat all the proposals equally. What's the problem? The problem is simpler. We have lots of entries, lots of emails, lots of documents to review, and we make it LIFO. No, FIFO. Remember the classes. FIFO, first in, first out. First in, first we review. So if you enter your proposal early, we will be able to review early because we will do that in order. So the first ones that enter are the first ones that we will read, we will review, and we will interact with you. If you present your proposal on April 8, we will review it, but we don't know when. It may take 2 weeks for us to review. It's that simple. That's the reason, because we are saying to you since weeks ago, do the proposal, do the proposal, do the proposal, do the proposal. Okay, if required, can we make our own PubDev packages? Actually, really, it's not the scope of our project to develop PubDev packages. No, because we use Flutter, but if you make a package, this means that it has to be maintained, and it's not the goal of the Liquid Galaxy project. What we do is visualizations on Google Earth, not maintaining Flutter packages. So I'm not saying no totally, but it's not the scope of our project. If your project has a heavy, I would say, work, or the thing you propose to make a PubDev package is too hard, we will say no. That's it. So again, another question. You are starting to send us proposals with OpenStreetMaps or other maps. I mean, we're a Google project, so believe me, we want Google Maps to be on your proposals and in your applications. It's not nice. It's not nice to use other kind of map technology. Can we do it? Yes, of course, but we don't want. So regarding the key, there are methods. Is that right, Vedan? Key for the maps? Your mic is not working.
I think he's not audible, so I will just take this particular question that we can have the key for your Android SDK, which will not charge you, and you do not need to add your credit cards. There would be no billing that you would have to add to do that. For the JavaScript map API, I believe that you would have to have billing for that. And for that reason, that maps are not very much needed and just a thing that you can go for other creative ways. So I would say so that if it allows you and if it is open source and free for you, not open source, I mean, it is just that you need the key, but the key is not charging you anymore because the SDK map is free for unlimited usage. So just go with that.
Exactly. Thank you, Josh. Liquid Galaxy projects are not data projects, but visualization projects. Hello. It's working now, Vedan. Yes.
Okay.
Thanks. So this is a question is starting to show again as every year on your proposals. Your proposal is not about the data capture or data identification, because in the 3 months code period. No. This is for the modern period. When you start to code on June 3rd, I remember, if I don't remember well, on June the 3rd, you already have to know what is your data and where it comes from, because GSoC is not, we're not paying you for looking after the first day, what is going to be my data, what I will capture this data and so on. No, because this has to be shown on the proposal. So if you show us the proposal with the mockups, you already have to know where are you going to get this data, with APIs, with databases, whatever, where they are placed, and then you don't have to waste a minute from your time to code on the data search for. You have to wait, you have to spend your time on manipulating the data and sending the data to the Liquid Galaxy through a very nice UX, UI, not capturing the data or creating data or doing anything with data. This is not the goal of the Liquid Galaxy project. Yash.
Yeah, so this particular slide shows us that if you are on a web project, then we do not want you to make your own backend or your own server-side implementation. We have already done that, thanks to Rohit. That we have this Swagger documentation that lists all the post requests that we have for connecting, reloading, relaunching, and any other KML logo or animations that we need. So let's just say that you are trying to make something and you do not find anything in the API relevant. You can always issue a pull request or raise issues. That's okay. But more or less, it has everything, all the Liquid Galaxy controls that you need for your entire setup on the web. So just focus, if you are on the web, just focus on the front end side, what you have, and just take this example and this Swagger documentation to use all the APIs that are needed for your job. Yeah, so that's more or less it.
Okay, so it's the time where you think what you need and you start to make questions. Mohamed, go ahead.
Yes, I have a question. You said that we will receive a feedback after submitting the proposal, right?
Yes.
What will I do with this feedback? Because I cannot edit the proposal after submitting it.
Could you please repeat the question?
I mean, what is the essence of the feedback at this point of time? Because I have already submitted the proposal and I cannot edit it anymore.
I think you cannot edit anymore, you say?
I'm not sure. It's the first time for me to apply, so
Okay.
I don't know.
No, of course, no problem. So first thing, you can edit your proposal till the very first day, last day. So if you send us the proposal, you're sending us a Google Docs, so you can change it every day, every second. Then when you upload the proposal to Google, you can change it to the very last day, that it April 8. You still have 3 weeks or 2.5 weeks to make the changes. And then the question about what do you expect from us at this moment, I think I answered already this. What you expect from us is just a comment if your proposal is nice to do, because there are not a lot of people working on this project. Imagine, Mohamed, that you're sending us an email and saying, okay, I'm going to do whatever one. I'm not going to name any project, okay? And then there are 5 people working on this. So we will say, okay, Mohamed, you can go for this one, but there are 5 other persons working on this. So you have only 1 in 6 possibilities to be selected, okay? So this is the only tip we can give you. After you have finished your proposal, we say to you, go for your proposal. You write your full proposal, and then you upload the proposal to the GSoC platform after March 24. When it will open, we will start to review for the whole document. We will read the whole document. We will write comments. We will at some point maybe we ask you for a meet and you will explain us things and whatever. Is that a question for you? Answer for you?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Next one. No more questions. We're finished. Rohit.
Yeah, so this question is from Mentayar. So as you told that we have to use the QR code, then my question is how the user is going to scan it? Like since the QR code will be displayed on the phone itself, so how they will going to be like scanning and how they will edit it based on the certain system requirements and different IP addresses if we hard code that.
Okay, for the first part, it would not be displayed onto your phones. So the QR code itself would be printed out and would be pasted next to a Liquid Galaxy. That for the next part, if you are on a Wi-Fi network, let's say, so you do not necessarily change your Wi-Fi network of your hard physical Liquid Galaxy system over and over again. You are on a single Wi-Fi network, and the network doesn't change its IP addresses unless and until it has some automation that allows it to change it for every couple of hours, something like that. But more or less, it does not. So, which is also same for, let's say, if I'm on my Wi-Fi network, I'm just using my same, for example, any Wi-Fi that allows me to do that, any router, and it will not change. So what I have for my Liquid Galaxy, my QR code would remain like a static pasted stuff that is on paper that I can scan. The next thing, the QR code scanner would be on your phone. It would load up every detail into JSON. You will pass that JSON. It would be, I would say, going into the first Liquid Galaxy API, which is to connect with your Liquid Galaxy, and you can just store it in your shared preferences. So it just remains there. So does that answer your question and the process, how it goes?
Yeah.
All
Means on the settings screen, we have to create a scanner thing that users can scan that particular QR code and fill in the details. And then if something wrong happens, then should fall back on the previous settings page that we have.
I would say so that if you have seen the LG web, which you have, so the way that it works is it first and foremost has the button to upload, or not to upload, to open the camera and get the scanner action to do its work. So I would want that if you just want to have the scanner and do not want to have any input fields, you're free to do so. Don't have progressive enhancement, that's okay. If you want that for some reason someone's camera fails or doesn't recognize, which would not happen, because ultimately QR code has such great robustness that it will always scan and would always give you the right result. It is not an OCR that is trying to read the optical characters, right? So it will always work, or more or less it will work. But if it does not, you can have your input boxes to fill in the details manually. That's okay to do so. There would never be a case where the QR code gives you a wrong input that gets filled. That would not happen. That could happen only if you parse the data not correctly, you do not take care of to change your string to a number, something like that. So that's what you have to take care of, and also just make sure that you have all the key namings correctly. So if you have something like a IP address and we have given the name of IPADDR, for example, then you should use the same name or convention as well. So yeah, that's only things that you have to take in care.
Got it. Thank you.
All right.
More questions? Darshit, go ahead. Omar, you're after. Darshit.
So I have a question. If in our proposals, what are the minute details? For example, a topic that a contributor mentions in the proposal, but he overlooks that topic. Like he doesn't think that this is not so important and write less about it, like half a page, but it holds so much value that you can write more on.
Have you got a question? Well, Josh, I am not hearing so nice.
Can you please rephrase your question? So it would help us a lot. Yeah.
If, for example, there is a topic that contributor only wrote like 2 or 3 lines, but that topic is much more important, that he can write more about it and can increase his chance to get selected. So how can one identify such topics?
So yeah, I can take this question. So the very first thing is that for the initial phase, when you have to write your idea, you would not be just writing 2 to 3 lines. You might write more like 1 page or 1.5 page, or whatever we have set a limit to. And then once we have that clarified, and also that 1.5 page does not mean that you will have to write some kind of a backstory or something like that. You can leave that to the email. Just write the very crucial point of what you have researched, your research work, what data does it show, and how would you do it if you were just given it right away. So if I just give you that particular task, how would you lead that? If we see that you have researched it well, if you are able to be the solution, be the answer to what the particular project requires, and if you have that clarity in your mind, I just want you to write that clarity in very less number of words as possible. And as you said that, let's say that there were more lines that could have been written. It could be that only 5 or 6 lines were able to justify that you have the clarity, or 1.5 page was able to justify that you have the clarity. Well, most of a project will not be, I would say, clarified with just writing 2 to 3 lines. That's too less of a number. I don't think that anyone would be able to convince us with just that much. You will have to do your research. I actually showed in one of my streams how I did for the La Palma and how would I have done if it was a web project for today's date. So I think that conveys a bit, and you can just go rewatch that particular live stream. It will help you a lot.
You say La Palma?
I'm saying that we
No,
had
no,
a
no.
live stream.
You say the application La Palma?
Yeah, I talked
No,
about
no,
how.
no. It was bad mentioned. You
No,
have
his question was
no. You have to mention the world famous La Palma application.
Okay.
World famous. Okay.
Yeah.
Omar.
Yeah, hi everyone. Do you hear me well?
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. First, thanks for this great presentation from you, Mr. Andrew and Mr. Yash, and thanks for all your contribution right now. My question is related to the data or gathering the data itself. I'm talking about the idea that I choose is about the project or elimination the electric grid, but you provided a resource in the idea list, and
Omar, excuse me.
Okay.
In this kind of meets, in this case of meets, we do not pursue specific projects. We want questions about the whole thing, because, and believe me, it's a little bit hard to say what I'm going to say. If you already are working on whatever proposal, you name one, and you are doing a hard job, and at some moment you share your ideas here, and this is not the way, because it happened in the past, and we as senior admins, mentors and administration of the project, we don't like it, but people copies the other people. That's sad, but it happens. So
Yes.
this meet is for general questions about the process, the process of the proposal, of the process of GSoC. If you have a question specific to a specific proposal, please send an email to liquidgalaxylab@gmail.com and ask your specific question.
No. It's a general question about the gathering data itself. You've said that this year we are concentrating on UI and UX presentations and how mockups will be presented in our proposals. So the data itself is not mattered, or have we to mention where we can get the data itself, because it's hard from now to gather this data. I searched a lot and I try to contact the resources you provided, but no replies till now for how to get the data I will represent in the KML itself. So have I to make our UI, make my UI and UX for the proposals, and it's
Okay.
not matter for
We can
right now.
make the question general, but again, your question is specific about one project. It's not general. But you are saying that you are after one proposal about the electric whatever one, and then you say that you are trying to catch the data from this place, and you are not getting the data. Is that right?
Yeah,
So
that's all right.
if you don't have the data, you cannot make the proposal of whatever mockups or whatever kind of representation, because you don't know the data. So this is a specific question for a proposal. As I said, you have to send an email to Liquid Galaxy Lab, and then the person of our huge mentors teams that develop this idea will look at what's going on with this data and will answer you back. This already happens. I will not mention on one of the projects. One of you find that the data we posted. Think about also, we developed the project ideas in last October. Internet runs so fast. So at some point, someone changed it. I remember it was for Project Copernicus. So they changed the URLs of the data, so it does no longer work. And these contributors send us the new URLs. We check it and we change it on the proposal. So again, if this is something specific about your project, but we can make it general. It can be about any project. Send an email specifically talking, I'm going to pursue for this project, and in your proposal you say I have to take the data from this place, and if I go there, the data is not there, the URL has changed or whatever. Help us. Don't make work for us. Help us. this contributor or talk, I said, search the solution and then sends us back the solution. If you just say, okay, it's not working, maybe we will answer or we will not, because we are pretty busy. Okay?
Okay, thanks for your clarification.
Thank you for the question, Omar. Aryan.
First of all, good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sir, my question would be, like it is said that we have to upload our mockups, like UI UX pictures, right, in the Google Doc. But for animated icons or the visualizations, if it involves any motion in Liquid Galaxy, how will we showcase that animation or the visualization if it's about motion?
Very nice question. Josh, how we can solve this?
I would say that there are two schools of thought. First is that you might want to show it as a static image and then you make as a caption that what would be happening. This is also something that if you may later export it to a PDF, that particular static image would remain static. The other thing is you may want to switch into a GIF, or you may want to use a GIF because it would actually show the visual representation and how the interaction might want to work like. I would say more or less you should go for a static image first, and you can just describe it what the animation would be like. If you want to add some kind of references that where you have taken this idea from, let's say there was a loading and animation that you may have taken from blah 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 website, then you can just sort of reference it. More or less, I would say it is more about the how good you can convey that these UI that you're providing are technically feasible as well. So that's something we want to take a look at. And also, I think this brings up an answer to you and also to Omar's question before that. You may want to research beyond the reference links that we have provided that do not convey the whole story. Most of the time you have to research, and if the research does not just limit yourself to the 3 links that we have, you may want to go beyond that and you may want to check that. We also had some projects in the past where someone told us that this API might be deprecated, but there was some other person who told, no, I just found a new API. So you need to be the problem solver and the caretaker of a problem yourself. So just try to be that and just try to help us out, as Andrew has said. So yeah, that is more or less my answer. I would want you to take a look at how you can add some GIF or a static image. That's up to you. And you can just add a sort of a short caption that what do you want to expect us to take a look at and what it is.
Can we upload some videos or GIFs and then link it in the doc?
No.
No.
We already said that. The doc is only for text and the mockups. So Ariane, if you have a very precious animation, that you are so proud of this, I'm going to say 2 questions. One is that your animation, even if it's so nice, is not the key point about the project. Why? We are not looking for animations. We are looking for good user interfaces and better visualization than the Liquid Galaxy. If you make a fantastic, like the task 5 things Mentor just ask you out to do for an animation or whatever, that's great. But this is not the focus of our project. The focus of our project is that the user has a good usability on your UX, UI, and then it changes on the Liquid Galaxy. So, I mean, it's enough to have I would say a 2D, just a simple frame representation of your animation. And if you have something that is totally impressive, just do not, maybe you can add a link, but 1 link. Do not start to send us links. We will not see that. Add 1 link. I have posted this animation on that place because you are so proud of this. It can be, it might happen, but remember, Ariane, it's not the focus of our thing to have amazing animations. The focus is in that the UI is nice and the representation on the Liquid Galaxy with KMLs is nice. Just go. You are ready to go.
I do want to say that only add those animation if it is critical to the problem statement that we have provided, which in most cases it will not be. So yeah.
Focus a bit more on the project, main project. I will say, if you, for the proposal, one thing is the pre-required task. Okay, we have to know if you know how to code and what are your abilities, but For the proposal and then for the final app, believe me, it's not the matter of focus your work on making nice animation. No. A simple screen will be always, keep it simple as whatever is better. Simple than complicated. Ariane, if you want to answer something, you can now.
No, sir. I think my question is answered. Thank you.
Thank you, Ariane, for making the question. So, more questions. No more questions, so bye-bye. Guys, it's the last moment before the platform starts that you have the opportunity to talk with us. Tat Hagat, go ahead.
So, hello everyone. So, earlier in the slides, you said that LG projects will be LG project will be more of visualization products and not data projects. So, can you give an example so that we can keep in mind where we have to lead our projects to?
So, you mean about that is more focused? What was your... Sometimes the mid voice is not the right one. Could you please say again?
Oh, I was saying that in one of the slides, it was written that LG projects do not have to be data projects, but rather visualization projects. So I wanted to ask if you can give us an example so that we can keep in mind what we have to make really.
I already give you a couple of examples, but I will give you another one. You mean that slide? So there are people that creates very nice projects, but suddenly in the you know, if you have started, I don't remember that Hagat, and we are not going to make it public, but if you have started the proposal, at the end of the proposal, you have to write your own calendar of activities. You have to write on the 3 months you have, the 12 weeks, what are you gonna do? What you're gonna do in every week? So we will say the first week I will do that. Second week I will do that. Third week I will do that. Remember that in the middle we have a midterm evaluation. So the problem is that some of you, and it's happening again this year, says in the very first or even 2 weeks, says, I'm going to start looking for data to make my project. I'm going to create data for my project. I will research on the API for my project. This is bad. You understand the point now? The students, yes. The contributors allocate time of their own GSoC time to look for the data, for create for the data, for look for the APIs or whatever it is. And this has no sense. Why? Because you already have to be done this, because you have to create the mockup. An example, if you are going to show us orbit satellites, okay? You already have to know what is the API you're going to use, what is the API giving you, and how are you going to paint it, because you have to paint it on the mockup in the proposal in the Liquid Galaxy mockups. So you have to know it. But then still there are proposals of contributors sending us, okay, in the first week I will start to look for the data. That's bad. That's what the point of my slide. You cannot expend your time looking for the data, because you need the data early, because you have to create the mockup. To create a mockup, you have to, because the mockup is not something you paint and you will not do. You will have to do this mockup and more things. Okay, but if you say I'm gonna paint the orbits this way, you have to paint the orbits this way, because we are gonna approve this mockup. You get the point?
Yes.
Good. Thank you. More questions? It's the moment to not be shy. Sanja, don't be shy. Make a question. You are the only girl in the show, so I have to say something to you.
Yes, okay. So what if we want to add our, prototype links, or if we did some wireframing on the Figma, if we want to add the prototype links, can we do that?
No, it's clearly specified on the proposal. You have to create whatever you want in Figma, make a screen capture and paste it on the document, because we are not going to use Figma to review your mockups. We are going to use Google Docs, and later, that's a tip for you, but later Google, before April 8, what the file of the proposal you have to load is a PDF. So you cannot attach a Figma file. You cannot attach a Figma link. So you create your document in Google Docs, open for comments, and with permissions for view to anyone. Then you make whatever you do in Figma, in whatever kind of project, or Paint, Microsoft Paint, you can do it whatever you want. And then you make a screen capture or record it, save it, and then paste it on the Google Docs. We only will accept Google Docs, nothing else. If any one of you put a Figma link, we are not gonna see the Figma link. Okay, next. Thank you, Sanjay.
I do want to add here that what you want in the prototype can actually be conveyed with a UML diagram. So just take a look at the UML sequence diagram. That is ultimately the best architecture, the way that we understand it. So yeah.
Okay.
The reason also, Sanjay, is easy. Imagine that you have knowledge, most of you have knowledge about Figma, you use Figma, but some of you will use Canva, some of you will use all Adobe, I say all because all Photoshop or Inkscape, or there are hundreds of projects, programs to do that. We will not have to have those programs. We only want screenshots pasted in a Google Docs. That's the reason. More questions. Go again, Omar.
Oh, sorry, it's not a question. I'm sorry for interrupt, but we are in Ramadan and it's time for iftar. Can I ask you for leave?
Of course, Omar. We respect your whatever things you need for religion. Have a good Ramadan.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, thanks you. Thank you for a great presentation, and it's an honor to be here. Thank you. Thank you all.
Bye, Ramadan. Bye, Omar.
Yeah, thank you.
What else?
And I also wanted to add one more thing. How much impact does a flowchart has over, maybe the data which we are writing?
Josh.
I do want to say that any UI that you are making is a researched, technically feasible UI. So we take it that way. If you have added a UML, which are nice, and I think in a live stream I talked about 2 of the UMLs that I used during my time. So I would want you to take a look at that. More or less, we care about at the end of the day, if you can pass the message to us that the project is clarified to you, that's what we want to know at the end. So it all boils down to if you understand the project and how well you can show it to us, and how well you can, I would say, make your interactions happen, make all the UI work flow in a way that we want it to flow at, and all of it should be technically feasible. So at the end of the day, you also have to code it, right? And we do not want to take a look at something that later in the interviews we get a guesswork that you may use some API that may give us similar data and the UI may or may not look the same. That is not something that we want to hear. So at the end of the day, you make your UMS, you make your UI, just make sure everything that you make is technically feasible and research drawn things. Yeah.
Next. Next. Rohit.
So my question is that the UML that I have created is a bit long, so that it doesn't fit perfectly into the Google Docs, and the those words are not cannot be seen properly. So what should I do?
I would want you to make a simplified one then.
Okay. Thank you.
I mean, the UI should not be too complex, right? You are not making a full niche-driven SaaS application. I'm sure that you do not need thousands of screens to make your stuff work. We usually see that some people think that more screens is like a better work or something like that. It's not. You can have just as less things to your face as possible. Still, the whole thing should just work and function the way. So it could be a bunch of code that is happening. You see that Google search is just one page, right? Google.com is just one page and it does everything for you. So just think of that way, that you need a UML diagram that can show less number of screens and the sequence that how the interactions and how the flow would happen. And at the end of the day, it is conveying the whole project idea. So yeah, that's what we want to see.
I agree, 100%. More questions.
Okay.
Another question from you guys. We are 20 people here. We want your questions or we will stop the streaming, the meet, and then again we will review. While you think about any last question, let me go to this this way. And remember you what's the next day's agenda. If you still have not sent us a proposal of what is the proposal you want to work for, send it as soon as possible, please. Remember, you just have to send 5 lines of text saying, okay, I want to work on this project, and my idea is that blah, 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 blah. That's it. We will answer you fast. If we don't answer you, maybe because we have too much work or there is a problem with the Gmail, it's strange, ping us again in 24, 45 hours. Then, when you receive this email from us, this means that you have to work on the full proposal as soon as possible, because on Monday, Google opens the platform. And the first ones will have almost the same opportunities than the last ones. When I say almost, because I said to you, if there are plenty of communications, of proposals, and so on, the first ones are the first ones that are reviewed and will have, I will not say more opportunities, but will be treated before. That's normal. It's going to be a FIFO thing. So after Google closes the platform for entering a proposal that will be on April 8th, that's 15 days to upload your proposal. And remember, Google, if I don't remember, but Google asks you for a PDF. So no links for Figma or anything. Just go to your proposal, export to PDF, upload it to the Google platform. So from there, we will review all the proposals. We will start commenting your proposals. If you have not opened your document for proposals, for comments, or for anyone, you will have a problem. So remember, send the docs open for comments to be reviewed to anyone. And then we will, at some point, we will contact you. Hold 1 second. I was finishing my remember. We will start to review all the proposals, writing comments on your proposals, or maybe we can send you an email asking specific questions, or maybe even, it depends on the quality of your proposal or many other reasons, we will ask you, let me tell you a simple reason. If we catch that you are using ChatGPT or another AI to create your thing, we will catch you instantaneously, and maybe we send you an email asking for a meet, and then if you are not able to defend rightly your proposal, this means that you have been done rating it using an AI instead of you, and this is bad. So we will catch you in 0 seconds. So please do not use that thing. Be yourself and let the AI only for help, not to do the work. That's the future. So we will be contacted by us for comments, emails, maybe meets, and you will have to wait till May 8th, when Google will send you an email, not us, because we are not the ones selecting the persons. Final persons are Google. You will get an email from Google. And then after May 8th, we will have other meets and we will have another kind of conversation. So your question in the comments. Go. Shivan. What if I find 3-4 different ways of doing something? How can I determine which one is best for the proposal and Liquid Galaxy? Vedant, what's your opinion?
3-4 ways of doing something. I mean, it's a very subjective question. I think the best way and the most efficient way would be the answer to this.
The most efficient. Okay.
Yes.
Yash?
I do want to say that this would be more specific to the project. You could probably mail us with one of the ways that you feel is kind of most efficient. Yeah, that could be one of the things, and we could help you out in a way that if it more or less, I believe that it is very much related to a single project, and it is a very specific question. It may be that you figured out a way that is requiring the simplest technology possible to achieve the thing that you want to achieve. So yeah, just go for that one.
Or if you are very confused, let's say just add the best way in the proposal, and the other ways which you think might be equally better or something, just add those as comments and we will have a look. Because we're anyways going through the proposal, we'll go through the comments as well.
I will add another question is that think Shibam and all the other contributors that what you're writing on your proposal is not final. It's just the proposal. Maybe your code development and your final application will be like this one or not. What means that you have ideated something, we have evaluated something, but we are not going to be your final mentors. Maybe we are, but we are not. We are only 3 mentors, the senior mentors, and I mean just me here, but we are 25 mentors. And 25 mentors visible for this year. We are really something like 50 or 60 mentors around the world. So what means that? That maybe we agree on something to pass a proposal, because your proposal is right. You say, I will do that in this way, we agree with you, fantastic. But yes, then it happens that you, in the bonding period, if you don't know at this time what is the bonding period, let me explain. The bonding period is what happens after May 8th. When you are selected by Google, we, the organizations, appoint you, as I said before, with a mentor. That this person will be your mentor during your project. This does not mean that it's the same person that has dealt with you during the prerequisites or the pre-selection. No, 90% it's going to be another person, because we are 25 and we are only 3 here. So what's the thing? The other person that usually will be more, I would say, technically aware of the technology that you're going to use. For example, if you choose to do something in AI, artificial intelligence, Vedanjas and I, we are able to mentor you in artificial intelligence project, but we are not the super experts. But we are super experts. We have lots of super experts in AI, doctors, PhDs on AI, Google developer experts in AI. If you do something in Flutter, it's exactly the same. We have very good experts like Alfredo, like Victor, and other persons in Flutter. So it may happen that the persons that finally treated you as a mentor says that you have to change this. Or it may happen that you say, I'm going to do this way, we approve. The mentor also believes you that you are going to do this, and when in the every week meeting you will have with your mentor during GSoC, mentor will review your work. Mentor in 0 seconds will see that you say, I'm going to do this way. It's going to take me 3 days. And it's start to take you two weeks. The mentor will discard your thing and redirect you to another idea, because this is not going to happen. So GSoC is always this kind of future logic. Things that are not black or white are in the middle, many grays. Quantum computing. No more questions, guys? Last opportunity. Devanchan, go ahead.
So I wanted to ask about that wireframe that we had created using 5 screens. The first screen is a rectangle, but the rest of those are trapezium and other. So do we have to stretch and fit our screenshots in that trapezium way to present to you?
Okay, I got this. So the question is about adding a thing called perspective in Figma. You can do that. You just have to mask it, but before masking, you can actually take up some points and change the perspective a bit of a way that it looks more like a panoramic display. And then you can just, I would say that there is also an example of how it is done in one of the live streams. Plus, if you want, I can just show you an example of how it is done on Figma. It's also something that is in the Discord chat comments, and I will just link you to that. It's very simple. You just have to mask it, and when you will mask it, it will just take up all those 5 screens, the image that you want to mask at. And before just masking, you can change the perspective a bit so it looks a bit more realistic. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Last question. 1, 2, 3. Any comment you want to add, Vedan? General tips for those guys?
I would say while crafting your proposal, everything boils down to filling no fluff, keeping it to the point, having great designs, and in the shortest amount of period, if you can allow the mentor to, let's say in 2 minutes, if the mentor reads a proposal and in 2 minutes understands what you are going to do exactly, whatever you have understood and how you will go through the project, then you've done your job. That's the communication part of it, and of course the design part. So just take care of these aspects. These are the only 2 things the proposal crafting boils down to now.
Good. Yash?
I do want to add, don't DM anyone, any of the mentors in Discord. I have seen that you would try to do that to just clear it out of the way to get some kind of preference. It actually is having an opposite effect. So you do not want to do that.
Actually, it is this way because we have on the Liquid Galaxy score that it's a totally invisible document for you, only for the admins of the project. Then there is a red spot in your score. This means that you have done something not right. And at some moment, if we have to select one person that is over the other, we will select a person that is doing the things right, not things in a bad direction. So this is our advice. This is not happening too much, to be true. A couple of times, 3 times maybe. That's not too much. We have all projects in Google. We've been doing this for 15 years now, and we used to do the GCI Google coding with younger people, and this was crazy there. They copy all of them. They lurk in the social network. They do very bad stuff. I hope this does not happen here. So thank you very much. Thank you for coming. I hope you have understood some of the questions. If you have other questions, you always camping us on the Liquid Galaxy Lab at gmail.com. And if you don't get an answer for whatever reason, ping us back again. And David, espero que hayáis pillado algo. David is a newbie on the chat, on the meets. He's not going to be on GSoC this year, but he will have a role like other persons in past years for starting to be as a listener and helping hands for the projects. Maybe he will review a documentation or many other questions. So welcome to the community, David. And nothing else. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Living in the grand spatial dream, visualize just what we mean. Innovation shaping our fate, together we celebrate. From data to display, community lights the way. Liquid Galaxy, we see it all. Technological marvel standing tall. Liquid Galaxy, together we thrive. In the heart of the tech beehive. Like a screen window wide to the world where we glide. From the peaks to the seas, exploring with ease. Mapping the future's bright. Our bond ignites the night. Collaborate, innovate. Together we elevate. Liquid Galaxy, we see it all. Technological marvel standing tall. Liquid Galaxy, together we thrive. In the heart of the tech beehive. galaxy. We see an old technological marvel standing tall. Liquid galaxy, together we thrive in the heart of the tech beehive. Liquid galaxy, we see it all. Technological marvels